This is Sherry at Twisted Granny Tarot. It's a beautiful day out here where I am, but we're in here for the moment because we need to get Sag online so that we can go on to our next project, right? Prepare you for the next month. Okay, there's some interesting tidbits if you like trivia. Nobody's going to know the answers to these. It won't show up on Trivial Pursuit, but it's a calendar. It's called A Year and a Day, and it covers feast days from pantheons around the world, moons, astrologies, quotes, historical photos, that kind of thing. So what this, okay, June 29th, that's a Sunday, Bombing the Thorn Day, B-A-W-M-I-N-G, Bombing the Thorn Day, means to decorate hawthorn trees in honor of tree spirits in Appleton, England. Now, does it say anything about anybody else? So, wherever bombing the Thorn Day, decorating in Appleton, England, we need to go there and look for people bombing the thorn, okay? Okay, next, right underneath that, it also says June 29th, the day of Papa Legba, voodoo god of paths and crossroads. So, that's very interesting, wouldn't you say? All right, so this is the web page or the YouTube page that uses an astrology chart for a tarot reading, because this chart is labeled with particular categories, and I lay a card on each one of these categories, and it gives us a little window of opportunity to look inside that house, which was the English translation of whatever the Babylonians called it. and well, we got second house, so we're going to lay a card each 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way up to 12. First house says self-appearance. It would be self-appearance if this were an astrology reading, but it's mostly about what you're thinking about right now. Second house is finances. The fourth house is home. Fifth house is romance and creativity. Those are the most important ones, aren't they? Or 10th house of career. So let us delay no longer. All right, Mr. and Miss Sag, we're ready for the first house. Oh, you're happy. This is a triumphal card. This person is coming home from a battle, and he's happy. That's the traditional meaning of that. Second house is your own money. Now, there's a cutting. Okay, so what's being cut here? Now, swords are about intellectual activity, but they also cut things, don't they? So maybe you experienced a cut in your paycheck. Maybe you experienced a reduction in some kind of financially beneficial situation. So we all probably can chalk that up to the economy. Okay, third house is communication. Oh, look here. Hey, Sag. You Sagittarius, after you see this, you all, according to this card today, are incredibly intuitive, incredibly, you can read people's minds because you can practically hear thoughts. You know who's on the telephone before it even rings sometimes. So the high priestess is your subconscious mind, your unconscious mind. It's the entity that hovers around and helps you on your daily life. That's who this is. Now, if you say, I don't believe in psychic impressions or dreams that come true or ghosts or anything like that, well, you know what? Everybody has. Here we go. I'll tell you another story. There's a song called "Turn Your Radio On" by John Hartford. Turn your radio on. Turn your radio on. Now, when I was a kid, as long as my mother told me I did not see that ghost out there, and no, I did not see that man at night in the casket while I was dreaming. No, you can't do that. Well, as soon as I got out of her clutch, I know what I was seeing, and she was just, gaslighting me. So, when I got out of her clutches, I realized that everybody, according to the books I got, everybody has an antenna. Everybody has an antenna. Some people have good receivers, some people have good senders. Some people can do either one, okay? So I have a pretty good receiver. But I don't know about whose my unconscious thoughts are being geared towards. But this is a person who's going to protect you. So you turn your radio on, and you know what? If you look for coincidences, you will find them, because sometimes it's a particular event is too much of a coincidence to be a coincidence. That's because this is watching out for you. They're watching out for you. And you can use this tool to help you wander your way through life. Okay, fourth house is your home. Oh, we got another sword card here. Oh, look at that. This is a happy place. Yes, you are very happy in your home, Sagittarius. Y'all are pretty much jolly people anyway, and you're kind of the life of the party, I'm told. So you're probably pretty happy most of the time, or at least you try to be, right? And at your house, this is a communication card because it's a sword. Page of Swords is always about a message. So it's possible that your home could be even more special than you think, because we don't know what this message is about unless you already know your wife's pregnant, or you're pregnant, or you're getting a new this or getting a new that. Some stuff is happening at your house, or y'all are improving in a lot of ways. Okay? Fifth house is romance and creativity. Okay, so this is your romance card. How do you feel about that? Well, at this moment in time, it's probably a lack of romance. If there is a lack of romance, it's because you can't find somebody that suits you right now. And it may very well be because the last partner you had was A, really terrible. You don't want another one like that. Or B, wonderful, and you want another romance like that. But romance creates fear, because it's a risky, dangerous proposition to date a person and tell them you like them. Get your feelings hurt. But you're not even letting anybody in, because this person got two swords, one in each hand, blindfold. She can't see anything and she can't do anything because her hands are full. Well, you know what? Just put the swords down, take the blindfold off, and you will know exactly what to do. If you were really looking, when you go to really look, you'll notice that you finally put your swords down and you finally opened your eyes to partners that are reasonable and lovely and endurable partners. So it's probably a good thing you're waiting, because it takes time to relearn who you used to be after the last one leaves. Who were you before you met her? So you had to kind of go back that far and rediscover yourself. Well, look at here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is sixth house of work and health. Wow, work and health. So the King of Cups is a kind and loving person, and he's very in tune with his emotions, and he's he's a pushover. Okay, if you know anybody who's a water sign, generally speaking, they could be cross or what pushovers. Now, what's in this is what's in here. This card are two people who have known each other since childhood, because this is just a childhood picture of people who still like each other. So if we have this and this, maybe you're already. Wait a minute now. Let me do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is work. This is work and health. So why does work and health carry this guy? So there must be somebody at work who's kind of a soft touch. Okay. Oh, and it looks like you work with people that you really like. So that goes a long way. So it might be that the atmosphere around your employment is quite soothing, and good vibes endure. Okay, that's 6. Oh, here we go. 7th house, marriage partnerships and business partnerships. Well, this is definitely a partnership. So if it's in your 7th house, and we know there's no romance because you don't want another romance, because you got this in the 7th house already, And this has to do with your work life. So that's going good. And it looks like you like the person that you're carrying on with. Okay. Eighth house of money from other people. Well, okay, money from other people means income tax checks, um, inheritance checks, lawsuit checks, insurance. Did I say that? Insurance checks. And look at here, baby. This is not a good card. This is not fun at all. These people are poor and they're in front of a church and they're trying to get in. They're poor, sick, and tired, and they need to get warm and have some food. Well, which translated into the eighth house is, sorry, I'm afraid there won't be any unexpected income coming your way in the next little while. Okay? So it probably won't come for the rest of the year. I just don't think so. This would have been a different card. So this is a sad card about lack of unearned income, lack of money from an inheritance, lack of money from insurance settlements. You just have done the best you could every which way. Okay, so this is your ninth house, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is philosophy, religion, higher education, and long distance travel. So those topics are close to your heart. Philosophy. Well, let me think about this. Jesus was a Capricorn, no, not a Sag. Okay, so ninth house governs philosophy and religion or spirituality. So this card is those topics suit you very well. So if you can take a trip, go ahead. If you can find a way to study spiritual endeavors, by all means. So if you want to take a long distance trip, as long as the budget lines up, because I'm pretty sure you're not going to let that interfere. In other words, you're going to keep your money and still go on vacation, so to speak. All right. 10th house. What is this? Well, this is your 10th house of career. 1, 2, 3, 4. So why do we have this in there? Do you want to quit? Are you getting eased out? Something's happening at work that's going to end. Maybe your biggest enemy will be excused out of there. Maybe another evil entity will be invited to leave. I don't know, but changes are happening at work. So do your best so you keep your head above water. Okay? 11th house is friends from previous employers and long-term plans. So what's this guy? He's the Hierophant, which translates into the Pope. So the Pope is the head of a large institution. So it may very well have been that you all have worked for major corporations for a long time. And you learn to do things the corporate way, by the book, I's dotted, T's crossed, matching the vision of the company. So that's what this is. So if that's work, no. It's long-term plans. Do you want to work in a place like that long-term? For organized button-down types, it's probably a good, I'm not sure a Sag fits that description. Oh. But anyways, so what this fella is it means you're accustomed to this kind of environment in a previous employer. And it also means long-term plans. So are you planning on going back to a corporate institution so that you can develop a long-term plan? Because maybe you are aware of certain employers in your vicinity who need your expertise, and you might be delaying it. Well, if you're delaying it, I'm not sure how long that's going to be a delay. And if you find yourself looking for a job, those people you had met and were friendly with in your previous employment lives. There might be some people you may still talk to, or B, you may still have their phone number. So number 3, if I were a recruiter, no, I guess, I would ask you to call all the people that you know from your previous employment, or B, all the people that you know from anywhere, and ask them, are you hiring? What kind of a job are you hiring for? Do you need somebody who can do blah, 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 blah? That kind of thing. So that's a big help. These are big clues for y'all today, because we have a number of what's called major arcana cards here. That means they're also called destiny cards. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What? Did I count it? Oh, that's why. No, that's wrong. This is 1. This is 2. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, I did do it right. I just got these one on top of the other. Need a bigger table. Okay, 12th house. Okay, so when you go to sleep at night, you're in a conflict. What should I do about this? What should I do about that? What can I do to prevent that? What can I do to get rid of that guy? I don't know. But here we are. So there's a conflict. If you cannot sleep at night, one of the easiest solutions to help you go to sleep is to count your blessings. And think about the good things that happened to you that day, because that will put in the distance an insulation from you and the bad things that happen, if there are any. Okay, now, but overall, you just want to party. Overall, you just want to have a good time. And why wouldn't that be a good idea? So you're going to try to have fun with this, no matter which way it goes, apparently. Okay, so let me count the major arcana. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, there's only 4, but nevertheless, this is a very important card. So you got intuition. Use it, okay? You have opportunities in your partnership life to continue to further explore your relationship and to get closer. It takes a lot of courage to talk to another person about some subjects. Even if that person loves you, you're probably still, it can be ticklish, downright hair-raising, but sometimes it has to be done. So this is like acknowledging that you have a good partner there, or B, that you're going to have a good partner there, because you won't accept anything less anymore. Okay, so here we are. It is Twisted Granny Tarot's send-off. So thank you for coming to join us, Mr. and Miss Sag, because we really like talking about your situations. And if you have a question, send a note in the comments, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And I do private readings in case anybody's curious. All right? Love you. Mean it. Bye.